Hello everybody, welcome to a new game called Oxygen Not Included. I had to think about it for a second, but I remembered it. This is a colony simulator, very similar to RimWorld, except instead of 2D top-down, it's 2D side view. There's a word for it. My brain's not going to remember it, but somebody will probably tell me eventually. Okay, so yeah, we're going to pick our first colonists to start out, starter colony. It looks like we got somebody that's pretty good at cooking and learning. Some doctoring stuff going on over here. Digging's always important. Construction. I kind of want, I don't know how useful medicine is. Also, what is this? Okay, they're gonna be sick all the time. I don't know if I like that. And this guy's afraid of kitchens, but he doesn't have any cooking skills anyway, so I don't really care. I think I want to toss out one of these. Grease monkey. I think I'm going to toss this uncultured swine out. Sorry, Moon, but I want to try some different traits. Oh, we got another uncultured. This person has some creativity, they got a little strength, they have irritable bowels. Bladder efficiency. Duplicate takes longer than usual to do their business, so they're just going to be sitting on the toilet a little longer. Sure, that's fine. You know, there's a good range of things, so we can kind of mess around with the game and learn some stuff. The not so super base. Oh, I can just. Yeah, Yucky Beyond. Sure, that sounds good to me. So yeah, as I was saying, this is a colony simulator. In the same vein as RimWorld, but yeah, our crew has awoken miles beneath the surface of an unfamiliar terrestrial body. Oddly, there's no recollection of how they got there. It might be best to start digging. Agreed. So we're just gonna pause right away and kind of go over what's going on in this. This game is similar to RimWorld in that you're gonna build a colony. It's also different than RimWorld in that you have to manage gases and stuff like that. There's power grids, there's temperature, there's lights, gas plumbing, decor. That's the last one I was looking for. So that's similar to RimWorld in that way. But managing gases is going to be something very new. And as you can see over here, we have some carbon dioxide. Up here is some contaminated oxygen. This is all breathable gas for now. And, yeah, that's all breathable. There's vacuums. That's these empty areas. Yeah, I don't see very much else. There are other gases in this game, like chlorine, hydrogen, and whatnot. And as we continue, we'll see a bit of that. So we're going to turn off the overlay. And the first thing we want to do, start digging. Our commands are down here, and then these are things we can build. We want to start digging, and I think I want to dig out as far as I can to this water, because we're going to need the water very soon. We also want to build... Oh, yes. Let's see here. We'd like to build a ladder down. Not enough materials. Okay, we're just going to dig first. But we would like to dig down, start a new layer over here. I'm going to leave these oxalate blocks because they actually produce oxygen, which is going to be very helpful in the beginning when we don't have any way to produce oxygen on our own. So we'll let them mine as much as they can of that area. I feel like this block is going to prevent them from going very far. But we want to get this algae, because the algae is going to be important in creating our own oxygen later. And the ponds, I guess is probably the best way to put it. They can kind of hop and jump up and down a little bit here and there, but they can't, you know, fly across a cavern. Another neat thing about this is the fluid mechanics. Like, you have to worry about, see this piece of sandstone? I'm not sure if it'll say somewhere, but certain materials will actually be permeable. So you can't just build a an aquifer anywhere kind of thing. You can't contain your water in any location. Sometimes you need to solidify your area so that you don't just drain all your water out of some porous stone. So now that we have a bit of materials, we got our ladder done, as you can see. We want to build a couple storage compactors. I mean, they're just essentially chests. Very, very simple that way. Other things we want to do. See, I'd like to build some of these since we have some algae. But we're gonna need power first. Which requires... we need raw metal. Do we have any raw metal around? There's dirt. There's copper ore above us. Let's see here. That area is a vacuum, which kind of sucks. But I think heading up into this area and digging around a bit will be beneficial. So, we're gonna take this ladder. I think we're just gonna go straight up. Oops. We'll cancel those. Just gonna go straight up to there, and then we're gonna have them dig out a 3 tall. I'm not gonna actually let them break through quite yet, just because I'd like to have more oxygen production before we open that vacuum. It looks like this guy hopped over to finish up this job. I think I'm probably going to drain all of this water into this reservoir down here eventually. But for now, it's a good spot. Other things we need to do. We need to make food soon. We have 20,000 kilocalories ready to go right now in our ration box. Let's see. Can I see what's in there exactly? Doesn't look like it. But essentially there's rations in there. Field rations. Other than that, we need to put a place to poop. I think the place to poop is going to be down here somewhere. Maybe not. Yeah, you know what? For now, I'm going to put a temporary poop box right there. And now that we have some metals, we can make a manual generator, which is going to be useful. I'm just going to put it over here for now. We're going to... actually, I can run the wire in here. But yeah, that oxygen generator... oh, we don't have raw metal. Interesting. So what did this use then? Oh, I guess we just used all of our raw metal. That's what happened. That's fine. We're going to want to put a battery next to it, which is going to take another 200 kilograms of metal. We should get some out of these blocks out here. We need to make cots to sleep on. But we don't really have space for it yet. I'm thinking we probably want to dig out over here a little bit so that we can get those cots. I'm also going to have them dig those 2 things. We're going to continue this over. I believe that's a vacuum, right? No, it's just a lot of carbon dioxide or monoxide? Dioxide. I'm not sure if there is monoxide in here, actually. I think it's just dioxide. But also the game is in very early alpha. I forgot to mention that earlier. This is an alpha game. There are likely to be bugs. There's also likely to be a lot of things that just aren't quite ready yet. So take it for what it is. I still think it's a pretty great start. And this is made by Clay, which they've had some success with the early access model in the past with, you know, Don't Starve. We have our generator, but we need a battery. We'll just... actually, no. We'll do this. I'd like to keep the wires hidden a little bit if I can. We're also going to want this. I'm going to put it right next to the water because it requires water. It also requires a little bit of electricity. It's easy enough to make. Yeah, I don't think we're going to get cots up tonight, but that's fine. People can sleep on the floor. Oh, we also forgot to say that these can contain things. That's one thing I think. I feel like these storage compactors should just start with everything goes in there, right? And then you can say if it doesn't get those things. Oh, okay. So that's a thing. I didn't realize that was going to happen. We're going to want to tile all of this, because apparently you can only put cables in tiles. You can't put them in floor blocks like that. Not a big deal. Tiles are pretty cheap. I think they take some sandstone. Yeah, just a little sandstone. And we have a ton of that. Generator is idle. Yeah. So yeah, things are going pretty well. In fact, we have all this space up here. We could... It's fairly breathable. Yeah, it's fairly breathable. We can just put our cots up there. So... Where was that? Furniture, right? Yep. Furniture. Let's just go ahead. Put one cot. Oh, we're gonna have to dig that guy up. In fact, he can be harvested. There's a little bit of meal lice in here. These, Here, I'll unpause the game so you can see. Those gross things. That's food. You know. It's just what it is. This I want to dig up so I can grow that later for more food. And since this is going to be our bedroom, I may as well... Jeez, I really screwed that up. I want to tile this though. Let's cancel that, and harvest that. No? Is that already harvested? Maybe it's already harvested. Anyways, we'll continue. It looks like we didn't quite make it to the cots before the night was ended. This whole food thing was a little ambitious, but I just wanted to get it done. And as you can see, they harvested some meal lice out of that meal wood. So yeah, tomorrow night, people will be able to sleep on cots. I've noticed that you can get a bad back modifier or something like that, a sore back modifier. They sleep on the ground like this. And stress is something that you need to manage, just like RimWorld, but it doesn't seem as difficult in this game, I guess is the best way to put it. Stress is a much more minor thing. It really does seem like managing gases ends up being a pretty important part of the game. We can just go ahead and speed through this. We're not really doing anything. Once we get this food generation up, we're going to have a little bit of food coming in. Our storage container is very empty, so that's fine. Other things we want... We have the outhouse down there. We want to put a storage compactor down here to, you know, store all the poop in. I also would like to put some tile here just to make sure this is non-permeable. In fact, I'm going to put one tile there. They're going to crawl over it. It's kind of a pain, but that'll ensure that there aren't any, like, messes coming out of this. I'm not sure if, like, the outhouse can break down and just spew all of its contents out or anything like that. But I don't want it to happen if it is possible. So we do have food. We're going to go ahead and fabricate those forever. We're also going to fabricate these forever. You can either fabricate like a certain amount, or you can just say do it as long as you have the resources. And yeah, things are getting built. We have cots. Things are happening. I'm not sure. Oh, skill increases. Okay. Lots of people got some athletics. That's another thing. This obviously looks just like RimWorld. It's Shows you what you can do. Let's see here. Is anybody really good at... Where is it? One of these is like... Yeah, generate power. They're all terrible. So, it doesn't matter. Just gonna let them all do it. And I also want to... No, that's not what I want. That's mop. I want to sweep. There we go. Can I sweep things down here? I'm not sure if they can get to this because it's underwater. But we will find out. I also want to sweep all this stuff down here. I'm basically just telling them to pick up all this junk. Yeah. Those are dug. Sweep all that up. Yeah, our storage compactors are still very empty. Yeah, they're taking care of that. So that is good. We're starting to get somewhere. Let's see. Peaceful Memorial. Lamps and things. Can do a research station, which isn't a bad idea. Be good to get some research started. Yeah, I'll put it over here up in the bedroom area. Looks like everybody's gone to sleep. Make their cute little noises. Where is power lines? I want to run power through here. And I guess I'll run it just straight down. And we'll put some tile here. Make this a little nicer. Fact. Yeah, we'll do that. Don't want these, though. No? Thought I hit the cancel button. There we go. Yes. So things are going well. It's just taking a little time to get everything done. There's a lot of sweeping to be done. We did a lot of digging. We can make a medicine cot. I don't think we need that right now. Just gonna go through these menus, seeing what there is. Micro, sure. Battery, electrical wire. Yeah, see, I think I want to build one of these next. And what I've noticed from seeing other people play is it seems like CO2 and a lot of the bad gases like to sink, whereas oxygen likes to stay up, which is neat. That's how it works in real life. Oxygen floats above CO2 because CO2 is more than oxygen's weight, molecular weight or whatever. So I'm thinking that if we put the deoxidizer down here, well, no, because it doesn't actually remove the CO2, does it? It says converts algae into oxygen. So I don't think this will actually work down there like I want it to. I think what I'm gonna do... Oops. I'm gonna put one of these algae oxidizers. Oh, we don't have the materials anyways. We need more metal. I think I'm gonna break into this vacuum. $400 grams. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if this is gonna kill us or not, but I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna try it because it's a good way to figure out. There is gas pressure, which is important. If you have too much gas pressure, you can't create more oxygen and stuff like that. I'm not sure how much a void like this will remove of pressure, but I'm assuming it won't be so much that there's going to be an issue. Also, there is a priority system. As you can see, everything has a 5. You can increase priority through the prioritized tab and say, I want you to do this now, kind of thing. And yeah, they'll make that a higher priority than other things. So instead of making a bunch of food, which we have probably too much as is, they'll do that. I wanted to look at the gas overlay. Yeah, see, it seems fine. I think the dark blue means that there is oxygen, but there's just not a lot of it. Like, there's low pressure. And then I think the light blue is good pressure, but good pressure and oxygen. And then, like, reds are CO2 and toxic gases, you know. No, I guess not, actually. It says right here. I'm dumb. So, I guess that just means that there's some sort of toxin in the gas. But my timer is going off, so that is enough, or that is all we have for this episode. In the next one, I think we're going to continue mining this out. We're going to try to get a little bit of research done and hopefully do some more interesting things. I hope you enjoyed. It's a bit of a learning experience because I haven't played this game before, and it is very, very new. But it looks like a lot of fun, and I really like the developer clay. I feel like they're pretty awesome. So thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.